Hey Vocalists, I'm Anna here with the latest music industry highlights and updates on our beloved vocalists, makeup artists, and music professionals that we featured in the Vocalist magazine. This episode, I'll be talking about a few brand new music videos and the controversy involving Spotify right now. In marketing, I'll tell you about an interesting initiative that Taylor Swift has taken on with her new music video for Blank Space. In makeup, I have the latest on what Jordan Stolch has been up to, and of course, we have our vocal tip of the week. Let's start things off by giving a huge shout out to a vocalist that we had the pleasure of interviewing in our Spring 2014 edition, who recently released a new music video. A huge congrats to Vita Chambers and her newest single, Tell Me. It's so catchy, it has a great beat, check it out.
I can't look away. Look away. Tell me.
Speaking of new music videos, Taylor Swift recently unveiled her new one for Blank Space off her album 1989. The video scored around 10 million views in the first 2 days of its release. And it's very entertaining, it's very fun, and Taylor plays crazy really well. The music video's director was Joseph Kahn, who's a huge name in the music industry. He's also directed videos for Britney Spears, Lady Gaga, Rihanna, and other huge singers. The Sunday Morning Herald reports that Kahn stated that Taylor was very thorough. She came up with concepts, imagery, and references. When you have an artist wanting to test her imaging, it's always great territory to be in. And of course, we're really happy to see artists so involved in their work.
What's going to happen is we're going to walk in, you're going to sit down, I'm going to put your napkin on your lap and kind of be like, have a nice meal. I'm going to slowly walk around the table, pick up my drink, and cheers to you. You take a drink, and then when you look up, I'm leaving, and you
got to jet, because as soon as she's out the door, you got to be out the door with her.
Now, Taylor's team did something really interesting with this music video. They released a game as an add-on to the video. The free app, which was unveiled on November 11th, allows you to explore the mansion where Blank Space was filmed. There are also 41 hidden objects around the mansion that, when found, you will get a special video. In addition, you get to navigate from room to room, and all rooms are viewable 360 degrees, and even meet a few new characters like the butler, the artist, the gardener. So there are tons of new behind-the-scenes content that you don't get to see in the video. Taylor paired up with American Express to create the app, and it's a very creative, very original idea. It just further spoils Taylor Swift fans. There's another interesting situation going on with Taylor Swift right now. She has pulled her songs from streaming music service Spotify, asserting that streaming services have played a part in decreasing album sales, and that music is a valuable art form that should be paid for. The CEO of Spotify, Daniel Ek, countered that streaming service has paid out over $2 billion in royalties for labels and publishers, and that their number of paid subscribers keeps growing. Now, Spotify has been criticized by musicians before, and Taylor isn't the only or the first artist removing her music. Others are Jason Aldean, Radiohead frontman Tom York, and an artist that we spoke to in our fall 2014 edition, Olivier Chua. On his Facebook page, Olivier, who by the way turned 40 on October 31st, happy birthday, posted an explanation as to why, from now on forward, his music will not be on Spotify. He writes that, honestly, financially, it doesn't bring anything, considering everything that's invested. To produce a song of good sound quality, you need to invest at least $2,500. Once the song is put online, the artist is compensated 0.03 cents per listen. So in order for the artist to profit, the song needs to be listened to 100,000 times to make $3,000. I'm a man of faith, but the reality of these last years have proven the contrary. Songs aren't getting 100,000 listens unless you're at the top of the Billboard charts. I advise you to purchase songs on iTunes, where at least the artists get 60 to 90% of the revenue. Or better yet, buy the album directly at the artist's concert. This echoes a lot of what other artists and record labels have been arguing as well, and it's a really interesting development because it shows the instability and the incertitude of the state of the music industry. Technology has changed the way that we access, purchase, and listen to music, and this brings up a lot of concerns on the side of the musicians and artists, the music distributor, and us, the consumers. Now let's talk about makeup. Jordan Stolch, a makeup artist we interviewed in our summer 2013 magazine edition, has been busy. Her recent clients in music include two singer-songwriters, Tamara Mellick and Haley Kiyoko. She did their makeup for their respective music videos, Tamara's track Fingerprints and Haley's Rich Youth.
Like no other boy, you drive me crazy. Undiscovered, I could be your baby. Done with hiding out, coming for you now. Hey, living, falling in too deep. Got no time to meet their needs. Oh my God, let me be free.
And this brings us to our vocal tip of the week, this time coming from Judy Rodman. Here she is with some tips to better present yourself and sound better. She talks about things like posture, gesturing with your hands, and vocal warm-ups. So be sure to check out the full video by clicking the link. I'm Anna, and that's it for this week's music news. Be sure to check out the fall 2014 edition of the Vocalist magazine for our latest interviews and articles that help you work towards being the best vocalist you can be. If you have any specific artists or topics or questions you'd like us to cover, send me an email or you can tweet and Facebook us, links below. Also, stay tuned for our honorable mentions reel at the very end of this video. To finish things off, we have a question for celebrity interviewer Malik Shahid, and it comes from Jasmine. She asks, what do you think about the app released by Taylor Swift that complements her music video for Blank Space? Here's what he had to say.
Hey, how you doing? My name is Malik Shahid. Welcome to Entertainment Business Tips. I think the Taylor Swift new app is great. I think American Express profits off of it, and also does Taylor Swift. Artists nowadays have to find different means and different ways of marketing and promoting themselves. Why take your potential and let other people exploit it? What Taylor Swift is basically doing is what Beyonce did when Beyonce came out with her album and showed that you don't need record labels. A lot of artists are still dependent and still dreaming that record labels are going to come and sign them. People, we're in the world of independent. Take Taylor Swift's advice. Instead of letting other people do her work, she's bringing it all in one section. What I love about her app is very interactive. It's like a mini website, but more modern and more effective for today's clientele. As you know, people have a low attention span. And because of this app is so interactive, it gives people a chance to interact with each other and also gives them a chance to see a little more about Taylor Swift, get more in depth. So personally, I think this is a great deal for Taylor Swift. And for American Express, you know what it does? It basically gives them a chance to get to the younger clientele, which eventually will grow up and be their clientele. So I think it's a great deal.